Ms. Wolke?
Lois Wolke, 10 Peak Road, Edison. Mr. Stevens happened to mention the Ethics Committee and financial disclosure statements. By coincidence, I handed a request in a letter to be given to the Ethics Board. I did ask for several financial disclosure forms. I asked for one for the tax collector, Mrs. Cherencola, whatever her name is. And I got a letter from the clerk's office saying, in response to your request for Marin Cherencolo's financial disclosure statement, there is no such record. So I checked on municipal code, I checked with our clerk's office, who checked with Mr. Lear. She indeed should have handed in a financial disclosure form. We have an ethics committee, we have disclosure forms that are supposed to be handed in. Who checks this? If I didn't pick up on this, I don't know if anyone would have ever found out it wasn't done. What good is it making laws, municipal code, etc., when it's not worth the paper it's written on because no one is following up on it? What procedure do we have? Who knows who's supposed to hand in the financial disclosure forms? Is there a list? Does anyone check off to make sure they gave it? And yes, there was some that I got for various people that were incomplete. I'm not going to follow up on all this. It's not my job. There must be someone in the municipal government who's being paid to do this and should be doing it. So yes, I think we do have a lot of problems. And I think a lot of things are not being followed that should be. And I certainly hope this council will look into it and force the powers that be to enforce our laws. Thank you.
Council Vice President?
Yes.
I will check on the status of the acting tax collector's financial disclosure tomorrow and report back to the council. And as far as a list, Renee, correct me if I'm wrong, you work off a list of people who have to file, and you give notices out. Those people are notified, and then they respond, correct?
That's
Correctly.
correct. The ethics board did it this year.
Thank you.
The ethics board or you? He said you do.
The ethics board did it this year.
The ethics board. So the ethics board didn't do it then, I guess.
Well, no, I think the ethics, I got mine from the ethics board. So
Yeah.
in the past, I'm assuming the clerk's
That's-
office did it, because last year I got it from Renee's office.
Right.
This year, the ethics board
right.
did do it. So to Mrs. Wolke's point, there is a list, there is an entity that does it. It has been done this year.
So then nobody checked it off, is what you're saying? from
I
the
didn't say
ethics-
that. You're saying that. I know that it was sent out, the entity that did it was the ethics board, and they're responsible, and they work off a list. And I think that's the question to Ms. Wolke.
Okay, so the ethics board is now doing it. It's their responsibility.
Apparently, and I don't know why the change, maybe Renee could respond to that, but we know somebody's doing it. They do it off a list.
I don't think anyone knows why.
Well, no, I just told you. It was done last year by the clerk's office. Renee, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you worked off a list.
Correct.
And this year it's being done by the ethics board.
Correct.
And they work off a list.
Anything done by the clerk's office is done right and efficiently. I haven't had any experience with the ethics board, and I'll let you know.